there friends, Rebecca here, the Dragon Librarian from Farmington Community Library, and we're here today to talk to you about a couple books that we're really excited about because we just recently read them, thought that they were absolutely incredible, and want to share them with you guys as well. So the really cool thing about them is, well, there's two things. One, they're both by the same author, which is really neat. I read them back to back. The second thing is that they are graphic novels. And you guys know I love a good graphic novel. I'm always searching for ones that are going to be super fantastic. And I came across both of these recently. I didn't even realize at first that they were by the same person when I picked them up. And I didn't even notice it until after I had started reading them. And I was like, oh, all right, this is by the same person. But what really drew me to them was the cover art, because I just thought that they were really unique and beautiful. So I grabbed both of them. I absolutely love them, and I really want you guys to love them as well. So what are the graphic novels I'm talking about? So they're both by Reimena, and this one is Seance Tea Party. And just look at how adorable this cover is. And the other one, also by Reimena, is My Aunt is a Monster. Another one with a really cool cover. So you can see why I was really just super attracted to both of those, and I was like, I need to read them right away. And I was not let down at all, because underneath these pretty beautiful covers are just wonderful stories. So I want to start first with Seance Tea Party, because this was the first one that I read. And first of all, let's just talk about the artwork and how pretty it is and how cute. It's got just like, look at that. How adorable is that? A little ghost reading a book. And it's just, the colors are really nice. It's just a very cute, you know, the story is cute. The art is cute. So what is this about? And this is, it looks like it's a little bit on the longer side for a graphic novel, but I went through it really, really quickly. So if you see it and you're like, oh, that might be a little bit too long, don't worry. It's really not that bad, and it will go by very, very quickly. So this is about a girl named Laura who feels a little bit disconnected from her friends. So everybody seems to be changing. Her friends all are interested now in like boys and dating and prom and just, you know, going to dances and, you know, pop culture and stuff like that. And Laura isn't interested in any of that stuff at all. In fact, she doesn't want things to change. She wants to continue to play all the same games that they always had before. She wants to just continue to, you know, have this great imagination that she's always had. She makes up all these things like, you know, the Seance Tea Party, for example, and just all kinds of other really neat things that she comes up with on her own. And like, she'll pretend her bike is a rocket ship and she's on a secret mission when she's riding to school on her bike. So she feels kind of alone and very lonely because her friends aren't really interested in that kind of stuff anymore, until she meets a ghost. She meets a ghost in her attic whose name is Alexa. And Alexa doesn't really remember anything about when she was alive, but she seems to be kind of the same age as Laura, and they become very fast friends and start doing everything together. But as as Alexa starts to remember more of her past and her life when she was alive, she realizes that she might not be able to hold on to this ghostly existence forever, and it might be time for her to move on. And it's just a really beautiful story, not only of friendship and, you know, childhood and imagination, and how even when you grow up, that doesn't mean that those things have to go away. So even if you get older and you start to be interested in other things, that's okay, because you don't have to change who you are. You can still be an imaginative person. You can still be a creative person, and that doesn't have to go anywhere, right? So that's what this one is all about. And like I said, beautiful, beautiful artwork, which is super cute. Love this story. Seance Tea Party. So the next one has an even more adorable name. My Aunt is a Monster. That's pretty crazy, right? So one thing that I really, really liked about this book was that the main character is actually blind, which you don't see that a whole lot in a lot of books, especially graphic novels, right? So the main character in this is blind. It's a young girl named Safia who just experienced a major tragedy in that her parents, they lived in a bookstore, they owned a bookstore, and every night they would read her a book before she went to bed. And there was a fire in the bookstore, and her parents both died. So she is now being sent to live with her Aunt Whimsy, who she's never met before. And her Aunt Whimsy used to be, she's retired now, but she used to be an adventurer. And she used to go on all these adventures all over the world. And Safia, once she starts to get comfortable there, starts to really just love hearing stories about her aunt's adventures and realizes she wants to be an adventurer too. And doesn't want anybody to she doesn't want anything to ever stop her or get in the way. Well, there's one problem that, or rather not really a problem, but there's one issue that nobody really seems to tell Safia about, which is her aunt is a monster. So she was actually cursed on one of her adventures to look like this. So she has to kind of be a recluse in her home and not really go anywhere because of the way she looks. So once Safia is there and they start to really bond, and since she is blind and she doesn't have to, you know, Aunt Whimsy doesn't have to reveal her secret, they get very close. But during the story, they find out that one of the places that Aunt Whimsy had discovered that was sort of a dangerous place is being uncovered again, and she realizes that she has to get back out there into the world to try to save the day. And she takes Safia with her. And so it is all kinds of shenanigans, lots of adventure abound. And this is another one, the same sort of story where it's got beautiful art with a really fun and beautiful story. It's just super adorable. So what I think is really cool about both of these graphic novels is that they're just really unique. They're just really different kinds of whimsical stories that I love to see in books and graphic novels. And I loved both of them to pieces. So I think you might as well. And I highly, highly recommend trying out both of them. Either My Aunt as a Monster or Seance Tea Party. Both of them are super fun. Well, that's what we've got for you guys today. I hope that both of these sound really fun and exciting and different and unique. And if so, please feel free to come and pick them up from Farmington Community Library and let us know what you think of them. Thanks so much, friends, and have a wonderful rest of the day.